Hi, my name is Angelina and I'm a nurse. I'm originally from Florida, but I currently live in Maryland where I work at Anne Arundel Medical Center. I wish I could tell you that my day-to-day looked the same. However, as an ER nurse, that's not true. Honestly, every 5 minutes doesn't look the same. You could be in a room doing a blood draw, chatting with a patient, and then 10 minutes later, a priority 1 cardiac arrest comes in, and it's all hands on deck. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, protocols have changed a little bit to enhance patient safety and staff safety. In my state, we are one of the first to open field hospitals through University of Maryland Medical Systems and Johns Hopkins. This is when I took on a second job to help with the global pandemic. As a nurse in the field hospital, I care for patients who are not medically stable enough to go home during their quarantine, but are not as acute as those who need to be hospitalized. This is honestly a renowned thing for patients because it has opened so many more hospital beds for the more acute patients. I wish I could tell you that COVID-19 is the most stressful thing that I have endured in my life, but unfortunately it is not. Growing up, we didn't have that much. So when it came to coming to college, I had to take out lots of loans and grants, but more loans. I knew nursing school would be worth it though, because I remember the first time I wanted to become a nurse. I was in Peru in South America when I met a little girl about 5 years old. Her brother came running up to me crying and brought me to his little sister. There I found her with a hurt arm. There was a language barrier there, my Spanish wasn't fabulous, but I knew there was a need. Somebody needed me, they needed help. I still look at the picture of that little girl and her brother, and I'm reminded why I wanted to become a nurse. I want to be a voice, a hope, an advocate for those who cannot help themselves. To me, that's what nursing is all about. When I was in college, I mentored girls who had been sex trafficked. This is a dark conversation that not a lot of people want to talk about, but if that means going to lunch, going to court for them, or just a day trip out, it is so valuable. It's my desire to help people know more about the horror that goes on in our backyard and not just across the globe. This is what led me to take on the role as a forensic nurse examiner, on top of my jobs in the ER and the field hospital. As an F&E, it is our team's responsibility to take in patients, listen to their stories, collect evidence, do a full assessment, and work closely with the police force. After these patients leave, our job isn't over because at any moment we could be subpoenaed to court on their behalf as an expert witness. Women and men alike who have been sexually assaulted demand to be heard, and I want to help them regain their voice. The impact I want to make on healthcare systems, and our community is one that creates optimism, encourages optimism, and allows people to regain their voice. It's so easy to hang our head and get stuck in the negativity, but I want to be the positivity. People who do hard things with a positive attitude motivate me. They drive me to want to be better and do better. So where do I see myself in about 10, 15 years? Hopefully it's sitting with one person or thousands, helping them regain their voice. I want the world to know that teamwork is what makes those daunting shifts go a little bit faster. That COVID-19 has the world ever changing, but there are people out there who want that challenge. And those who have been sexually assaulted, you are survivors. I remember growing up and my mom would always sing to me the eye of the tiger on the way to sports games because she believed I could do anything. A fun fact about why I became a nurse is because somebody once told me it's too hard, you'll never be able to do it. And then my determined personality kicked in and I just wanted to prove them wrong. So now, driving to work, blasting Dance Monkeys, and drinking my vanilla sweet cold brew, I remember the words of my mom. You've got this. You've got the eye of the tiger, and you can do anything. Even 2020, the year of the nurse.